We're watching a very high-class player.
This is when you know everybody is at his best.
Good morning, good day, good afternoon, good evening. Hello, everyone. 7th of May. What a fantastic match we've witnessed yesterday. We'll talk about that and lots of other topics to cover. There was a bit of controversy last night as well. Some demerit points handed out, fines, lots of emotion running high. Crazy game, as it was a bit of it was an important game, right? GTMI. There was lots up for grabs here for both the teams, sort of cementing their spots in the knockout stages. The winner, that is, last night, which ended up being GT. But before we get to that, I've got the summary there. You can have a quick look for those who missed it. I don't think a lot of people missed this because it was very entertaining. In that little rain delay, I put the boys to bed. They were very angry with me. It was around 8 o'clock South African time, and I told them, I'm sorry, I can't wait any longer. You guys need sleep because you're up early this morning, 6:45. They needed to be at school for choir before the start of school. So I sent them to bed. They were very upset because they had a feeling that the game was going to go ahead. And I told them, no, it's going to get rained out. Don't worry. Everything is under control. No need to panic. Go to bed. At that stage, Mumbai Indians were leading. I think GT was about 7 runs behind. Anyway, crazy game of cricket, as it was an ebb and flow, a classical ebb and flow of taking the momentum. Initially, Mumbai Indians were in control as they took that timeout when they felt the rain was going to come down. They were ahead. And vice versa was true later on. When GT was ahead, they took the timeout thinking they're going to win. Then the next minute, Mumbai Indians were ahead again, and then the big delay happened. Crazy, came back onto the field, Rahul Tewatia. And Gerald Coetzee, my fellow South African, took care of things at the back end there, putting Deepak Char under immense pressure. Fumbles in the field, missed run out at the final delivery, which would have meant that we would have gone into a super over. How entertaining would that have been? I was actually hoping for that because at that stage I was back in front of the television screen, kids were sleeping, and I was ready for super over. Man, and they panicked. Surya Kumar was right there by the stumps. Throw to him, let him take the bails off. There's no time to think at the back end with everything on the line. Split-second decisions need to be made. And I think it was Hardik who decided to go for the direct hit, never really committing to that throw. You could see it was like a half-hearted throw. Almost looked like he was trying to throw darts, and that's not the way to get a direct hit. You need to have a full shoulder turn and finish with your follow-through. He sort of pulled out of that throw, almost looked scared. Anyway, I told you I'm not going to do the GTMI game. I wanted to tell you guys first to post your questions, but then it was just too exciting here. Looking at those scores, I was like, no, man, I've got to talk about this. Post your questions, guys, as per usual. Hit that bell notification. No, not hit that bell notification. Subscribe to the channel. There it is, 360 lives. As I told you, with the IPL, I'll do a lot of live sessions. I want to stay up to date with exactly what's happening while it's fresh in my mind. I want to give you my thoughts, and I want to answer your questions while I know what I'm talking about. If I wait too long and I record sessions and shows, it sometimes comes out a little bit as old news in a way, and you guys will go like, what is he talking about? That game happened like 3 days ago. Anyway, Anupam, Gujarat Titans is the team who always flows under the radar. True. Just silently smashing the opposition. I won't say they smashed the opposition last night, but a really good win under tricky circumstances. What are your thoughts on this? I think they're a great side. Lots of calmness in the captain, Shubman Gill, batting really well as well, very consistent, and we'll talk about his consistency in a minute, alongside Surya Kumar Yadav, very consistent performers for both their teams. But yes, I just think alongside RCB and a few other teams, we just at GT as well. GT, RCB, Punjab Kings, to a certain extent, MI as well, who I feel lack a little bit in the bowling department. Very well balanced teams, and we discussed that in length in some of the previous shows, right? So GT strikes me as that lots of match winners, lots of experience, good youngsters with an exciting future. A couple of informed batters at the top of the order, which is fantastic, and then old heads and magical spinners in Rashid Khan, and just a good bowling attack. All round, well balanced team, and that's why they're never out of the game. They always seem to be in the mix, and I can say a similar thing with MI, but exactly the area that I just touched on, the bowling department. Yes, they have Bumrah and some incredible match winners. But I've always felt like from the start of the tournament, they might lack a little bit at the back end. This last 6 overs under pressure, where they have a Bumrah, who else do they turn to? And Hardik not having his best day with the ball in hand yesterday, went for that 17 in that 1 over. They were guilty of bowling no balls, even in that final over, Char stepping across the line. Absolutely unacceptable. And those are the kind of things that I refer to. They're lacking a little bit of, it's not experience. What is it? Because they have Bumrah there at the back end, but with Hardik and Chahar and 1 or 2 of the other seamers, I just feel like, is that enough? I don't know. It just feels a little bit light to me, if you know what I mean. Just a little bit of X factor at the back end. Not defending 15 odd in that final over. Yes, I told you guys with the previous live session, 15 of the last overs is in the balance. It doesn't really lean towards the bowling or the batting side. But anyway, nonetheless, I feel they are lacking a 1%er there. So they are a well-balanced team, but maybe missing out on one strike bowler alongside Bumrah, someone to come out and fire those Yorkers that have a trick up his sleeve with a bouncer. I feel they're lacking that a little bit. There's no one else to help Boomy out there. What is your thoughts about Deepak bowling the last over? Man, he's a wonderful player, and he swings the ball both ways. He's great with the new ball. I've never seen him as a top-class death bowler, and that doesn't mean he can't get the job done. I mean, he lacks a little bit of that pace. He doesn't always land his Yorkers, and it's a tough trick to do. He waited too long yesterday, and it's such a fine line, people, because people always tell you, and the commentators go crazy, just bowl your Yorkers. Why are you trying something else? But then there's also a case where you get a bit too one-dimensional and too predictable with only bowling Yorkers. You are bound to miss it at some stage. And I felt like he waited too long to go for that hard length or to change up the line or to go for the slow ball. I don't think slow ball was really an option because the ball was skidding on a bit. It was wet because of the rain. The ball got a touch wet. So slow ball generally is a bad option. Then it just comes on nicely. It doesn't really get that grip in the deck as you would want with a slow ball. But I thought he needed to change his length. He did it later on. And then only got the wicket of Gerald Coetzee, surprised him with a hard length ball, got him to have to force it up in the air, got his wicket. I felt like he needed to do that maybe a couple of balls earlier, 1 or 2 balls earlier. The minute the batters start realizing you're only going for Yorkers, it becomes a lot easier for a batter to line up. You have different areas of the ground. You can sort of start planning where you're going to attack the bowler. When you're standing at the crease and you're not sure where it's going, like where the Bumrah generally does that to batters, you don't know if he's going to take your head off or go with that very good slow ball that he's got that dips. You don't know if he's going to go wide with that slow ball or straight. You don't know if he's going to go straight Yorker or wide Yorker. It's a bit of a guessing game. All you can do is to look around and look at his field and think, with this kind of field, this is what he should be bowling. But you never know with Bumrah, right? Because first of all, he's got extreme pace and he's got this great ability of executing under pressure. Now, I feel some of the Mumbai Indian bowlers are lacking that. And unfortunately for them, that is where they came up short. Yes, you can argue maybe they were a few runs short with a bat in hand, relying on guys like Coetzee at the back end to score them a few quick runs. I'm sorry, not Coetzee, some of their bowlers. I'm sorry. Anyway, I just think that's where they're lacking a little bit, perhaps. Coetzee is obviously with GT right now, and he did score some runs at the back end for them. Very important 6 of Chahar at the back end there. But I think Mumbai Indians may be coming up short 10 runs with a bat as well. So let's not only look at their bowlers. All right, let's move on from that. Good win for GT. find themselves right at the top there now and in a very good place. They're playing some good cricket, and they played good cricket under pressure last night, which is another little, a little swoosh there, the Nike mark. Just a good boost of confidence for them. Look at that. Teamwork makes the dream work, right? Everyone chipping in, not just one or two players. Yes, their top order is in form, their opening batters in particular, but the entire team is chipping in right now. And you could see from the side of the field what it meant to them. They were full of energy, full of spirit, lots of emotion. They really want it. And I love to see that in a team. Two batters in particular, guys, in this tournament have been very consistent. Surya Kumar Yadav with an orange cap right now, not by a big margin, but it's great to see a middle order batter at the top, and long may it continue. I told you guys I will be ecstatic if a middle order batter can go out all the way and win the orange cap. It'll be a first time that a number 4 batter, I think Surya is number 4. Generally, he has batted in different positions before. He's batted 3 and also at 5 before, but generally, I like him there in the number 4 position. Jack of all trades, can play any situation, can be attacking, can be defending. He can build an innings, and he can also take bowlers apart. So just fantastic season from him so far. Look at all those not outs. And that is the one thing that I love about batters the most, is guys that have this urge to want to be there at the end for his team, whether it's batting first or chasing. They want to get a not out because they know if they get a not out, the batters will feast around them, and they can also be attacking at the end. And yes, they finish games when chasing. I just love that. Also with Shubman, not so many not outs for him because he obviously opens the batting, but he gets the most amount of balls to face. Fantastic season so far. I know you would love to convert one of those 50s into a big 100. And he generally seems to leave the best for last. So I wouldn't put it past him to get 100 in one of those knockout matches. And I'm pretty sure they will qualify for that. Guys, drop your comments down below. We are done with GT and MI. We'll be moving on to Delhi Capitals and a few other teams, and also SRH, as they were exceptionally unlucky the other night. And Delhi Capitals, huge moment for them. You won't believe it, but the rain, when they look back at this tournament, let's say they go on to win this, they'll look back at this game right here, because they were pretty much in huge trouble. And if they didn't get a point from this game, at least, it would have been very, very tough for them to qualify for the knockouts. Now, all of a sudden, they're on an odd number. They don't have to worry about the net run rate, which was dismal, by the way, behind MI, behind everyone else. KKR is another team. So massive point for them, and they got to thank the rain for that. Crazy, because they were pretty much done and dusted here. 133, never enough. SRH was going to cruise that, in my opinion. There was a bit of rain around. The ball was going to get wet. It was going to skid on. And there's, in my opinion, no chance they would have won that game. So very happy for them to take 1 point away. Very lucky. It's got to be added. But yes, that is Delhi Capitals for you guys. Find themselves in a really good position where they don't have to worry about the net run rate anymore. It's all in their own hands now. They've got 3 games left. They most probably only have to win 2 out of the 3 to qualify. So fantastic news for them and all Delhi Capitals fans. Pat Cummins against Delhi Capitals, wonderful figures. They had them in all sorts of trouble. 20 for 5, I think, early on. Cummins getting 3 big scalps up front, 19 for 3 in his spell. Yes, they let it slip a little bit in those middle overs, and it's always tough. What do? Do you Pat Cummins getting 3, he's got 1 over left. Do you think a little bit ahead and wait for the last 5 overs to bring him back? Or do you take the risk and just bowl him out and be a little bit greedy in a way and try and get, wicket 6, 7 early on rather than wait later? They decided to wait for later, sort of went through the motions, extended the game, ultimately getting Delhi Capitals to, I won't say defendable target, but at least they're in the game. It's not an 80 all out, I think they still most probably would have lost. But Cummins playing the safe game as captain there, deciding to wait a little bit to bring himself back. And some of these attacking bowlers, as captain, I would always err on the opposite side. I would rather panic at the end and wait later. When I had a team in trouble, I would keep bowling the best bowler and try and do as much damage as possible, because the opposition team is in a panic. And They're just trying to survive. I would carry the slips for longer and be all out attacking. Much better for me to bring my fourth and fifth bowler on when they're trying to build a partnership. So that was just my 5 cents. I always like to attack for as long as possible. Yuzi Chahal. No ways, it can't be you. Big fan of you, AB sir. Missing me? Is it Yuzi? Yuzi, I'm going to talk about you in a minute. Just wait a second. You're on the next topic. Punjab Kings flying high. Let's move on to that. This is a boring game. Delhi Capitals and the rest. Let's talk about the main dudes. The Punjab Kings, 236 in that match. Absolutely fantastic. Unfortunately, no Yuzvendra Chahal in the batting lineup there. Prab Simran got dropped. He was riding a bit of a lucky wave there, but he took full advantage of that. I'm just waving goodbye to my wife. She's off to take on her errands for the day. But there we have it. Prab Simran Singh, absolutely phenomenal knock. Initially, when this guy was announced in the IPL, guys, I didn't think much of him. But a certain Mr. Chris Henry Gale always told me, AB, this guy can play. And I'm like, okay, I'll wait and see. And he has certainly proven that over the last few seasons. 91 of 48 balls. And what I like about that drop catch is generally players very often struggle to find their feet after being dropped. And they generally get out within an over or two after that. Not this guy. He decided, you know what, this is my opportunity. I'm going to take full advantage of that. And I'm going to help my team get into a position where we almost can't lose it. And that proved to be right because LSG, never enough. They're losing wickets at the wrong time. Seems like a team under a bit of pressure. Lucknow Super Giants, LSG. Sorry for the abbreviations. I should call them Super Giants because they look quite mean with their outfits. Shashank Singh there, 33 not out of 15 deliveries. That guy, that is quite a story, right? Where he's come from 2016 at Mumbai, decided to eventually move on to different shores to find a way to play 4-day cricket. Got picked up in the IPL in 2017, never played a game. Got picked up again in 2019, 2020, never played a game. Then he got picked up in 2023 and all kinds of controversy as there was another Shashank Singh. But Kings Punjab eventually confirming, saying it is the right guy. This is who we want. And well done to them, whoever was behind doing the good stuff, getting Shashank Singh in the team, because for the last few years, he's been phenomenal. In 2024, at the auction, he was retained, and now he is shooting the lights out. On top of that, people, I've got some news for you. I did an interview with him yesterday, and I will be airing that really soon. So stay tuned for that. I will also be playing a trailer. Maybe we can hit it right now, team, if you don't mind. I spoke to him yesterday, so let's have a look at this now. There he is,
How are
the
you?
man.
Extremely nervous. I don't know why I'm nervous. From the time I got to know that I'll be sitting in front of you, I'm extremely nervous.
You must be nervous. This is like a big challenge for you.
I mean, it's a fan moment for me, sir.
What have you scored this season? How many runs? 214.
200 odd.
If you get to 400,
Yeah.
I will publicly tell the whole world that I'm your biggest fan. All right.
I'll tell Shreyas as well that I want to bat at 4 now. I'll make sure that I score those 400 runs.
What a fantastic person, and such a great honor for me to talk to him. I mean, it really is a bit of a fairy tale story, guys, where he's come from, how he's endured bad form, and also not getting an opportunity at times, not at times, for many years. And I mean, he's just the perfect case of never giving up. And it shows you what happens if you know you have a passion in your heart and you love what you're doing and you're good at it and you believe it. Ultimately, you can end up like this guy. Just never give up. Never, ever, ever give up, because crazy things happen. Funny doors open up when you least expect it. But he's really a down-to-earth top man, and I'm incredibly happy for him for how well he is performing. He is the epitome of a team man. You'll hear in the interview, the answers he gave me was all about how can he just, I mean, he just seems like a great guy who wants to play for the team, and he wants the best for the team around him. Coach, must I bat at 7? No problem. I'll take on the role. You want to bat me at 4? No problem. I'll take on the role. He's ready for anything and everything. And on top of it all, I love what he said in the interview. I'll give you a little bit of a insight onto what we spoke about. he always has seen himself as a proper batsman. He's not a slogger, and that's what he asked his coach. You want me to play like an Andre Russell, just come out and tonk it? And the coach said, no, you are way too good for that. You're a top order batter. So always just watch the ball, trust your instinct, and just play the game. And I mean, is it working or is it working? Great numbers from him, over 200 runs. And I think I need to add more. If he gets 400 plus runs this season, it means that Kings would have done well in the season, most probably even go on and win it. If he gets 400 plus runs, I will do something funny publicly, because he was kind enough to do this interview with me. So very happy about that. Yuzi Chahal, if you're still there, my friend, you were a little bit expensive in this game, right? 1 for 50 in 4 overs. We spoke about you also, by the way, Shashank and I. So go and look at that interview. Yuzi, I know you are working with a plan here, 1 for 50. You just want the batters to think they're on top of you. But when it matters most, you get that important breakthrough. Yuzi is also having a great season, guys, and keep an eye out for him. Of course, there's no doubt that come the end of this tournament, he will feature at the top of that list. At least in the top 3, I believe Yuzi is capable of in that purple cap chase. Maybe even he'll go on and win it. He's a fantastic bowler, great friend of mine. And yes, Yuzi, if you're listening, I do miss you a lot. But keep working on your batting. You never know. Maybe in the final, they'll need you to score 10 or 5 balls. So keep working. All right, for the Super Giants, Badoni playing a great knock. Try to keep it together for them. Unfortunately, no one else really, except for Samad, none of the top order batters were there to build something good with him, to get momentum. And even though all of that happened, they still got 199. So a really good wicket, it seemed like, up there in the north. Fantastic game of cricket, especially in that first innings. Some great knocks from all the batters. Shreyas Iyer looks in wonderful form, took care of some of their bowlers, and just wonderful. All right, moving on. What's the next topic, guys? KKR played the Royals, RR against KKR, Knight Riders coming out by 1 run. Guys, I've got a funny story with this one. So there was some football at the same time happening, and I was watching with my children, and I think the Royals needed about, 29 of 8 balls? Was it like that? And they were 7 or 8 down. So I decided, and we had a bit of a vote in the family. I said, listen, I think this game is done. Can we watch the football now? And my boys both said, John said, no, we want to watch the cricket. And AB agreed with me and said, nah, let's watch a bit of football. And I looked on ESPN Quick Info like 10 minutes later just to see how many runs they won. And it said 1 run. So my boys were very angry with me, especially John. He said, Dad, we missed a great game of cricket. And I said, I'm sorry. Really sorry about that. But I didn't see that coming. I mean, it was done and dusted. Knight Riders had it in the bag, and all of a sudden the Royals were there. Good game of cricket, high scoring again. I think the scoring has been great. It's been high and low. There's been a bit of everything in this tournament now. As a lot of you complained about the high scores initially, I think we've settled that now. We've had a little bit of everything. I mean, look at Delhi Capitals the other night, struggling to get over 100. So if you are not entertained, you are watching the wrong sport. Maybe you're watching something else. I don't know. But this year's IPL has been incredibly entertaining. Records going all over the place. Look at Romario Shepherd the other night. I mean, if it wasn't for him, RCB would have lost that game. Single-handedly getting them to a fantastic total, breaking a record. There's been high scores, low scores, wickets tumbling, sixes being hit. What a wonderful tournament it has been. All right, KKR, congrats to them. Still in the hunt. They've still got a lot of work to do. They're not in the clear, but it's looking good for them. Rian Parag hitting 6 sixes in a row. How many of you picked up on that? I missed it. My team showed me this, and I'm like, he didn't hit 6 sixes in a row. I would have heard of it. Anyway, it didn't happen in 1 over, but it was still 6 in a row for one player. From overs 12.2 to 12.5, 6. Sorry, 5 sixes in a row. And then only a few balls later, he got back on strike and completed 6 in a row. Fantastic. That doesn't happen very often. It's a shame he didn't face the first ball of that over, because I think he would have completed a full over as well. Wonderful batting there. He is in great form. He's trying his best to sort of save the RR from what's been a very inconsistent season. 95 of 45 proved not to be enough, unfortunately, getting out at the wrong time. And it was around about that time where I switched to football because I thought it was done and dusted, right? Another one having a good season, Andre Russell. I briefly mentioned him earlier. Finally coming to the party with some great batting the other day as well. 57 off only 25 balls. He is a sight to behold when he gets going. It is absolutely crazy. I still think he is a batter that can take his time a bit more. I think he is undershooting himself a bit, or underplaying himself, whatever the word is, underestimating his ability. And he's almost too attacking up front. I would love for this guy to just take his time a little bit, hit a couple of good cover drives, and then take it all on. There's too many times where he gets out in the first 6 balls he faces. And I honestly think he can be so much more consistent if he just gives himself a bit more time, because he is a very, very talented batter. And he's sort of underestimated that over the years, I feel. Anyway, great playing from Andre Russell there. Today's match, guys, let's quickly get into the present. It is CSK and KKR. We just spoke about KKR. It's a big game coming up. Not so much for CSK. For CSK, it's more about rebuilding in a way, already looking forward to next season and who are the players that they want to be around, who are the players that have showed that they want to be around. So interesting times for them, and it's weird to see them in this position. MS Dhoni, Jadu, Gaikwad and the team, Stephen Fleming, we're accustomed to see them winning trophies left, right and centre. So very interesting season from them. Weird season, to say the least. I don't know what the plans will be for next season, but the next 3 games for them will most probably be all about experimenting a bit and looking at what we will do next year. For KKR, not so much. Very big game for them. Playoffs on the line, right? They've played 30 matches in total, these 2 teams. KKR have won 11, CSK 19. There's absolutely no surprise there. And at Kolkata, at the Eden Gardens, played 10. KKR only winning 4 at home. So the stats don't give you much. It actually tells you the yellow jerseys are the favorites, even though they're playing away from home. But if you look at form and you look at the class of the KKR team, defending champions as well, I wouldn't put it past them to really get a good one under the belt here. And it will make that top 6, 7 at the standings of the table very, very interesting, to say the least. Because now we have a lot of guys gunning for the top 4 spots. Harita, out of GT, MI, DC, and Punjab, which team will be relatively easy for RCB to beat in the playoffs? Relatively easy. At the IPL, there is no such thing. It doesn't exist, I promise you. Go ask all the players. Ask Yuzi Chahal to comment at the bottom. Do you have easy games at the IPL, my buddy? I don't think so. Anyway, there is the log, guys. 7 teams gunning for it. I pretty much feel, yeah, there we go. They are eliminated, the bottom 3. I thought so. But for LSG, KKR, Delhi, Mumbai, Punjab, Bangalore, Gujarat, I think the top 2 pretty much qualified. Mathematically, not yet. But I think 8 generally with a net run rate like that, 0.8 specifically for GT, should be safe. And there's the net run rate I spoke of with Mumbai Indians, right? 1.2, and then Delhi only 0.3. And look at the rest. I mean, it's all in the balance there. That's why that 1 pointer for Delhi Capitals was so vitally important to keep them in the hunt, because they would have been under immense pressure because of the net run rate of Mumbai. All right. And then Punjab also finding themselves on 15 points there. They probably need one more win out of the next 3 games. I think they should be fine on 17 points. 17 should be safe. Mathematically, even, I think it should be safe. We'll see if they get the next win. If they put a Q next to their name, I think they'll get it. But over the next few games, we'll get a lot of Qs starting to appear on the table. Guys, what a great tournament. 7 teams still in the hunt, only 3 to 4 games left. Oh, well, sorry, 2 for some. No team has 4 games left. 3 and 2 games left for most of the teams. Mumbai Indians, only 2 games left. Probably only need 1 win, maybe 2. But with that good net run rate of theirs, I'll put a bet on that they only need 1 win to qualify for this year's knockout stages. And then don't forget, guys, that big incentive of the knockouts. If you finish 1 or 2 on the log, you almost get an extra lifeline. You get to play against each other. The winner goes straight to the finals of the IPL. That is a big incentive to play for, and lots of teams here still in the hunt. So Guys, lots to play for, and all games are pressure games. There's no easy games at the IPL. Usually, I don't even care about your comments. You're probably going to say cricket is easy for you. It was never easy for me. Anyway, one question I'll take, maybe one or two more, 2-3 super chat questions. Guys, I'm playing golf today, and I'm running out of time. I'm playing with one of my really good friends in a big golf day for a primary school. We're going to try and raise some funds, and I'm looking forward to add value wherever I can. RCB is a very strong contender this year. Prithvi, thank you very much for your question, and thanks for being a super fan. All we need is Rajat Patidar handing the trophy to you and Virat on the 25th of May. We love you, ABD. I don't know if he's going to be handing the trophy to me, but definitely to Virat. I'm not there anymore, but I will definitely be celebrating wherever I will be in India then. I'll be working there the last couple of weeks of the IPL. I'm actually already almost packing my bags to move across there, and I'm very much looking forward to that. RCB, guys, without a doubt, stands a really good chance to win this year. They really do. We say that almost every season, right? But this year they've proved it with the way they've been playing. They've been dominating. One of the better teams away from home even. They've played incredible cricket. And now at home, they've started to find form as well. So all-round well-balanced side. We need Josh Hazelwood to be fit for the playoffs. Joshy, if you're listening, please, buddy, just go and sleep in an ice bath. Do whatever you need to do. Sauna, get massage therapists to be around your room the whole day. Get Evan Speechley to put needles everywhere he needs to put them. Evan is one of the greatest physiotherapists, and he's been with RCB for many, many, many years from the start, and he's still there. So, guys, do your magic and get Hazelwood ready, because I really feel we need him at the back end of this tournament. All right, and for the rest of the team, just great players, well-balanced side. I'm looking forward to what's going to be a great finish to this year's IPL. Only a few weeks to go. Where are we now? 7th of May, 2.5 weeks to go, and we'll know who the winner will be. Superfan Sri Hari, recently I won a quiz, which WCL conducted trip with players in the UK. Wow, did you win it? And I'll be with you 16 days in the UK. Can't wait to join you. I love you. Excitement reaching peak level. Sri Hari, that is fantastic news. Congratulations. And thank you for being a super fan. The WCL will be taking place from July 18th till August 2nd. For those of you who don't know, tune in and watch us play, us old men, right? I can still move around a bit at least. I'm not that old. Hopefully I can still hit some good boundaries and score some runs. But Sri Hari, congratulations. Yes, that is a great prize to win. And we will definitely be hooking up over there in the UK then. Congrats, man. Very happy for you. Okay, last one, and then I am signing off for the day. If RCB reaches the final, please try to be at the stadium. Oxygen Nation. If you give me some oxygen, maybe I'll make it to the Chinnaswamy. It won't be at the Chinnaswamy, sorry. But anyway, I'll make it to the stadium. I'll try, okay? We would absolutely love to witness a reunion between you and Virat on the ground. I am working that day. That is the only biggest problem I have. But maybe I will ask the big bosses to give me off on that day and just send me to the ground so I can be there to watch my boys lift the trophy for the first time ever. Nothing in this world will make me happier. I've got the red bat there, the red and black bat there, the RCB bat. It is just waiting quietly there in the corner for the end of this tournament. And then I will bring the Star Wars swing out again. AB, I've noticed your RCB helmet in the background. Yes, I change it up from time to time. RCB helmet there, the pink ODI helmet there. Because of you guys, I have that silver YouTube. I don't even know what you call it. Yeah, 100,000 subscribers. Do I have that many? Wow. Thank you, 360 family. I really appreciate it. Yes, I always get the angles wrong because it's reversed. But anyway, there's the RCB helmet. You can see the tape actually. Oh my gosh, going to the wrong side again. Sorry. You can still see the tape on there. So I actually played with this helmet. And there it is. RCB. Guys, that's enough. It is a live session after all, and I'm mucking around here now. Last but not least, you're my idol. Meeting you is on my bucket list. And one day, I know I will. 100% go cool. Thank you very much for being a super fan. If you stay on as a super fan, you stand a really good chance of meeting me one day, because I do love to interact with everyone out there, all cricket lovers, all life lovers, and we'll most definitely be hooking up. I'm sure 500,000 plus subscribers. Is that even possible? I want to thank each and every one of you guys. Let's take it to 1 million. Follow me in socials, people, to stay up to date with whatever I get up to. I will be going live this weekend. Again, there it is, X, Instagram, Twitter, you know the story. And hit that subscribe button, the bell notification, and just like this show, because the more you like it, the more people they get to see it, the bigger our family gets, and the more fun we have, and the more under pressure I am to give you a bit of alpha around cricket and the cricketing world. Guys, it's all about the IPL. Big game coming up today. Knockouts on the line for most of the teams, top 7 at least. Thank you very much for joining me on this beautiful Wednesday. I'm off to the golf course now, and whatever you get up to today, Yuzi, if it's you in that hotel room, go to the nets, go and practice. To those of you at work, good luck at work. Get yourself a coffee. Stay nice and awake. And remember, as I always say, keep that glass half full. So never allow your coffee to get under half. When it's half, fill it up. Have a great day, everyone. Take care now and bye.